There you go.
I have two very powerful friends of mine, females that we're on cannabis. They grow.
Yeah.
I've been growing. They've been showing me. So I would love to like all three of us take a tour. And I'll let you know too because I feel like that definitely will benefit us definitely. And I would love to see their farm. I love it
Yeah,
because a lot of people. The thing is, a lot of people are really sleeping on outdoor flower, and it bothers me. I mean, let's like okay, indoors great, you can control it, so it's
yeah.
a different way to grow. It's like you're playing God with the plants, but when it comes to outdoor, it's not only you, it's God.
Yes.
It's Mother Earth is playing God. It's that the right person's playing God. It's just up to you to make sure that you maintain the babies and maintain the ladies as they're out there. Period.
Didn't set it perfect. Yeah, I agree 100%. That was perfect.
Okay.
It's exactly it's like yeah, synergy, that it gets, and it does, and we love it all, right?
Yeah,
It's all
absolutely.
good, and but yeah, I'm very much more of a fan of like I said, what they're doing. Same with Coastal too. They're doing some really big things there as well. Did you get to roll one up all of this and I wasn't paying attention?
That's
Did you
exactly
just
what I
straight
was
up
doing.
grind and
That's
roll?
exactly what I was doing. You have to understand, I am the worst and the slowest at rolling. I will take my time, and usually before I get on, I have to roll a couple because I'm so slow at it. I'll just be talking like da 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 da. But as we're talking, I was like, "Ooh, I have time. I can do it. Focus, concentrate."
I'll tell you what though, I didn't even know. That's probably because I was talking so much, but I didn't even notice you did it. It was very slick.
No, like I'm listening. Like trust me, everyone who is in the room right now is listening to what you're saying.
Much much love,
So
much love.
this is did I roll up? This is the white flower. This is
But
the flow
Wyatt,
white. Flow white.
yeah,
Very good.
that one's been uh, beautiful. Just been on the market, I think maybe a couple months or so. Um,
Taste.
but very beautiful genetics, very calming, relaxing. I love the profile on that too. I don't know if you got that kind of like
Yeah, it tastes good,
yeah,
right? See if I can
gas.
show the nugs again.
Yeah, it's beauts.
Yeah.
Shoot, I see. I should have come more prepared. I didn't roll one up, and I would break my
It's okay. It's
phone.
okay. This is for both of us.
I love that color scheme too on that jar.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful? So there was another, okay, I'm not gonna lie, there's another brand that is similar. I'm not gonna say the name.
Yep.
But when I
Yeah.
was looking, I was like, Coastal Sun, should it like I don't know how certain brands can get the color scheme or get that certain look and key and to the point where no one else would have it. So I was thinking about that, but how is it that another brand could kind of take your same kind of color scheme and kind of use it as theirs too? Because
Well,
I think it
Coastal
was
Rep, they that I couldn't even say, but I know they all their jars have like a different kind of color palette that they go through. They're always working over there.
because this one. So that one is okay. So that one is. I see what you're saying about the different colors. So this banjo is more of
Banjo.
like the orange,
Yeah.
and this is more of the color. Okay.
Yeah, and then
I
they range the
see.
gamut. I think I got like a couple, like the pie gal, I'm sorry, there's our cherry punch.
Okay. So that's
That
what.
was the other
Okay.
one.
Nice. Yeah, I saw the
I,
cherry punch too.
I almost was gonna say I was almost gonna throw that one at you too, but just based off when we're talking, I just those the two you got right there, I really feel are for you, for sure. And actually, the perfect I would have picked even Flow White for the spark up too. Good call. But
Tiff
yeah, and then
says
they got
Tiff says she loves a flow white too. Is that the
who?
plum?
That's so this is their whoops. This is their pie gal.
Okay, that's what pie got. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's I love it. It's a beautiful cultivar. It's that was a project the Coastal Sun had collaborated with Jungle Boys actually. So they did all the pheno hunting. Um which takes a fair amount of time, and they do that with every cultivar that they do. They have different collaborations with different breeders that they work with. But that's who did that in particular. But a jackpot Shiva Shanti Larry OG cross, so it's really diverse. It smells a lot like Jack. It's got terpinolene and pinene as its two major terpenes, so it just really pops with that freshness. Um, Very energetic cut, dense nugs, and then you get a little bit of that kind of fruity, musty berry almost profile. I think comes in from the Larry and Shiva Shanti sides. Yeah, not a bad one to check out too if you like like I said, the energetic side of things, for
Right?
sure.
Yeah,
Hmm.
my friend Jocelyn said that's her favorite terpene. So
Mine
that's
too. Yeah, I
yeah.
agree with you, brother. Absolutely. That's
You said
been
Pagua is a beautiful strain. How did he say that? P
what
as
is
in
it?
pie? Pie
Oh,
gal. Pie gal. Okay, I was like, huh?
yeah, yeah. It's a little, there's another cultivar that they put out there called Pai Gao. So similar name. And they did this as a kind of a launch. Yeah, they actually did a lot of merchandise around this one too. So if you go to the right spots, there should be still, or there could be. Yeah, they have like some pins and custom Pai Gao pins and stickers and stuff floating around there too. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. Coastal Sun will throw out some pretty cool swag out and out to
Nice.
the stores there. So should be seeing that floating around too.
Okay, cool. I gotta get some of that too as well. So,
Yeah. And I was say, so when you go up too, because Coastal Sun's right, like I said, all these farms, Santa Cruz Canna Farms, also
Mhm.
another one.
Okay.
Those two brands. So Coastal Suns works. They're all located right next to each other. I think Santa
Okay.
Cruz Canna is maybe about maybe a mile, not even that,
So maybe we
up
could
the
do
road.
like a little tour. Maybe do a farm tour.
You got to, yeah. If you're going up there, it's such a good opportunity to see so much diversity at once. Because, like I said, Bird Valley has the hugelkultur technique. And then you've got Coastal Sun that's growing on like 48,000 or so square feet. They're doing. It's also sun grown, but they do greenhouse. So a little, that kind of best of both worlds. They're getting the full sun, but some
Yeah.
protected environment as well, mostly
Hmm.
from like UV rays and some of the environmental issues. And then them too. So what they have in common with all the brands is they're all dedicated, doing like regenerative practice, and it's a buzzword out there a lot, but they truly do it. All of the brands, like I said, all the hugelkulturs for Bird Valley, that soil is just constantly getting enriched, and it also helps to clean the soil basically in the process. The root system
Hmm.
sequesters carbon,
Hmm.
and then provides nitrogen, so which is food for the plants.
Yeah.
And then Coastal Sun said they get the best of both worlds, and they're just really out to produce like the best quality of flower to get to the in the hands of the consumer at the best price possible. Is their mission, and in doing that, they have same rigorous quality standards. They're taking flesh samples, um, and also sap samples at various stages in their cultivation process to kind of establish baselines and where they're at with nutrients and plant health, um, tissue cultures. So it's fun to watch, and they've got some brilliant people working there. They kind of work in a hybridized. They take a little advantage of the technology side too. So they have some automation that helps with seeding and soil filling. But all of their inputs are organic. Yeah, it really is fascinating to
Cool.
see because they're keeping true to the sustainability side and using clean inputs and organic inputs. But on the process side, some of the labor sides that would take a lot longer. They've been able to capitalize on the efficiency of technology and equipment. So it's fun. And then they just expanded their sun-grown field. I don't even know how many more square feet they're cultivating in, but they've recently deployed some sheep, I believe, out there
Oh,
for
wow.
grazing
Oh, that's pretty
and
cool.
fertilizing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't actually been up since they've deployed them, so I gotta get up there and check them out. I get really some fun stuff they're doing up there.
Yeah.
Um,
Sounds
you
fun.
know, yeah,
Yeah,
and then
sheep.
right, yeah. So I gotta pull something out here too while you're smoking.
Okay. Okay, go
Okay.
ahead. Definitely. So how do you feel? So how do you feel with people who are wanting to get into the cannabis industry as of like now in terms of growing? You know, since you've been in it for like we before it became legal. So you know everyone was taking the risk and doing this and doing it now that's legal. And how do you feel about people wanting to come into it now and automatically jump in and jump on? Oh, I'm part of the cannabis industry now that it's legal, somewhat. So because it's interesting to hear from the gurus, the people who've been in it and have, you know, like most of their lives or some of their lives have been affected by it, you know, things of that nature. So it's always good to
Sure.
ask, you know, and ask someone that. And that's why I've always wanted to know, like, how do you feel about that right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think that first off, yeah, we've got a long ways to go. There's a lot of great companies out there right now working like for like, social equity and stuff, for past crimes. It's unfortunate because there is still, I still read every day of people getting arrested and, there's so much, contradiction in the law right now,
Yeah.
interstate and federal. So it's, that's a hurdle that I think is going to take a lot of time and the industry kind of sticking and lobbying together. We have obviously some great groups that are fighting for those causes too. Very thankful for them all.
Absolutely.
Um, but yeah, it's either time, money, or patience, or some combo of those, right? It's there's I think a lot of space and I know I just saw in the headlines earlier about Jeff Bezos and maybe getting into it and
Yeah.
doing cult, which scares the living hell out of me. Um, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think I was having a conversation last night. I don't really think that they could ever displace the art of cultivation. It'll flood and it may alter, but just like anything, there's always going to be like that demand and appreciation for good products and legacy products. That no matter how hard, I don't care how matter hard they try, they can't make up for all of the time and effort and knowledge that's been amassed from these generational growers and ones that have sacrificed and like you said across the globe really, but especially here. You know it's so I mean, in short, if you are looking to do it, I mean, personally, it depends if you're willing to jump state, if you're looking to do it in California or not. California, I think, is a little bit trickier, but I think as it opens up, there'll be more areas that you can do it. Um, and then, it's a matter of what you're looking to cultivate too, thinking it's really where the money part comes in, right? It's just a simple matter of like what your budgets are. If you're having to do an indoor grow, you're having to look for rental space, the electric costs. Um,
It all costs.
yeah, yeah, and
Electric, water, heat,
exponentially, it's hard.
light LED lights, depending on how you grow the soil. Like, are you growing with cocoa soil? You're growing with, worm infused soil. What type of soil you grow? So it's definitely, yeah, it's no joke, but it's fun. If
It,
you, it's not for me. Like, it's not always about the money. It's about I like to grow. And I like to grow
yeah,
things. Like my family from both sides, I'm very fortunate. I say it a lot, but I didn't think I was, but now I realize from both sides of my family, mom and dad's side, they both had gardens and they grew. You know, they grew food. They were growing some grapes. Like one of my grandmothers, she was doing wine in the backyard. I'm like, wow. And then my other grandfather had a whole, like they had a whole garden of all types of stuff. So and
California?
also like apple trees and crab apple trees, pears and all that. So I grew up learning how to like actually dig it up, plant it and stuff like that. And I used to hate it, but now as I look around and I start planting and helping my friends
Beautiful.
with their planting, it's just like it's fun. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just a different type of gratification.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's no feeling like being I was fortunate. I was raised in California and my parents, when I was young, they took me camping a lot. Or out, we're all of our family trips, were always locally, but it was always, they're worked hard, but not a lot of money. So that camping and traveling different, sites across the country was a great way to entertain kids, right?
Yeah,
So,
it
I got
was.
this, yeah, I got to go to like Yellowstone or Grand Canyon,
Yeah.
Montana, just all over the place. So like I've always kind of had this connection to, the land and landscape in particular, the beauty of this, just the beauty of it. But then on top of that, yeah, cultivation, for whatever reason. Like I have an uncle that was a big apple farmer up in Washington. And it's I think he actually may still have I think he may still have the farm actually, which I didn't hear. Did you say that your family was growing pears and all that in California? Was it in California?
No, this is in New Jersey.
Oh, Jersey. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is like in Willingboro, New Jersey, which is definitely, New Jersey's Garden State, so plenty of land. So they had grandparents had a house, had some, on like 2 acres, so they were able to in the backyard. My grandfather was able to. They own a couple of houses next door, so they were able to go, and plant and stuff like that. So we never really went to the grocery store at my grandparents' house because we had everything. We had the potatoes, we had the carrots, we had the
Yeah.
cabbage, greens. Like my grandfather planted all of those, and it was seasonal too. Like he was like, I gotta go back here and get it ready. And then down in the basement, he also had like all the lights, the lighting and stuff for the plants as he's cultivating the plants, growing them, and starting them off from seeds. And then he'll go and
Beautiful.
plant them. Like, well, no telling. I mean, I was young, but no telling what else he had. He was growing, but it was super cool. No idea. I wish he was
Going
alive to
on.
ask him to this day, but I don't think they were into that back then. But it was really
Okay.
cool. It was super cool to see just how he would start it. You know, like the seeds off and the babies off, and he had the lights and stuff like that. So just watching it, it was super cool, and then going to see how it came about was like, wow. I was very for. I ate well growing up, all the vegetables and stuff.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's a unique gift, that most don't get a chance to experience. And it sounds like you did have some great nutritious food available to you
I
on top
did.
of it,
I
you
did, and I
know?
ate every bit of it. I loved it too. But when I was plucking the beans, that wasn't string beans.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, yeah.
because you
They're
have like a
tough.
billion of them. They just throw, here you go. There's something to do. You know,
Yeah. Did you have siblings
I
that can help
did.
with that?
I
Yeah.
did. Yeah, there was three. There was three of us, but we had a bunch of cousins too. So times where my mom would drop us off, and our cousins would be there, and our grandparents were like, our mom would pop up. That's what we call them. They're like, well, you need something to do, so here you go. Get ready for the food that we're about to cook for
Beans.
all of you. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna feed you, so this is what you do. They kept us busy, but we learned. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, and probably right looking back at it too, it's even that much more, that I said that those formative connections during those years are so vital and probably a lot to do with who you are now,
Yeah.
experiencing that like I said, being able to actually grow, touch, fresh vegetables in particular, like that's really the saddest thing, right? Like fruits,
Yeah.
like the things that are really best for us and that keep us healthy are tend to be the most expensive, especially in produce and foods.
It
Um, you know,
does. Yeah.
processed foods and stuff are, and in line with quicker lifestyles, easier to do. So it's like, I encourage everybody to eat organic, fresh produce and vegetables and slow down.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
try to grow your own if you can.
Yeah, no, so
Yeah.
yeah, land too. Like I mean, God, cultivating like that to me, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Is getting it, waiting for the right space or going to the right space and actually having some. If you have some land and real estate, on top of it, it becomes, it has a value of its own, rather than usually if you're just like leasing out a building to do indoor too. So, but like I said, it depends. There's obviously it's huge talent in indoor and are able to do it and do it very, very well.
Hmm.
But yeah, to me, land and growing outdoors to be able to actually do polycrops or multiple types of crops, whether it is for the cannabis space or in combination with that, plus feeding yourself, or others around,
Yeah.
is an added benefit to it. And like you said too, no matter what, nobody replicates the sun, better than the sun itself,
Absolutely. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So where can we see, like, where are you going to be coming up at, Scott? Where can people come in and see you and get some coastal sun? Like, what's your next event that you're going to be at? Or
Well, I
some
think we got
or
one
some.
coming up.
Hmm.
I think there's actually I don't know, but I believe the Monterey Park, right? I think
Hmm.
third week of this month, or
Monterey
third Sunday
Park.
of this month. So
Okay.
I have to look it up on the calendar, but of the American Legion, you
American Legion.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's with Pineapple Express.
And
Is
Is that
doing
LA Normal too as well? They're going to be
LA
there.
Normal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that crowd. So I think that's where we got to meet, actually.
Yeah, yeah, we did get to meet there. That's obviously I'm going to be there too. I'll have to,
Yeah,
I have to,
so
I have to come out and see you.
yeah, that there's a lot of now that it's opening back up again,
Hmm.
I have that itch too. So I've got a lot. I think I need to do like a road trip to all the spots, and I probably will be soon. I've got a lot of little moving pieces. I've got actually a car down right now that I'm trying to get taken care of. So and Tiff actually has just started another job. So
Congratulations, girl, because it's hard out here.
yeah,
Okay.
I know, right? It's an interesting time.
It
There's
is.
she's fortunate. She's happy about it. So looking
Yeah.
forward to
Color
seeing
Mercury's
it.
in retrograde, so don't worry about it. It's all going to turn out great at the end.
It's all been up. You know what? I've
Yeah.
like all things good.
Good.
This
Good.
year's been exceptional.
Hmm.
I'm blessed. We're blessed. I know the blessings have been flowing your way also.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely. Definitely.
I
I'm
can
so grateful. So grateful.
I can see it. I can see it.
You
It's
can't.
all over
Oh,
it's
thank
all over
you.
the face. But
Yeah,
yeah, so
definitely.
I'll be spending a lot of time in LA, and I think I'm trying to get in. I've been trying to get to Ventura, um, maybe go check out coastal Santa Barbara when I get up that way.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I'd say keep an eye out. We're doing a lot of different events, and are sponsoring a lot of events, more so on the SB 34 side.
Hmm.
So, along with the veteran side, we're doing that there. Also in Orange County with Cannabis Works. They've got a very good group for that. Um, and other than that, I think we've got a couple launches with some other retail partners that will be sponsoring. So, yeah,
Okay.
looking forward to. And then as all the fun events start to open back up, we'll be hopefully be there too.
Have some of them too. Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, that's
And,
awesome. I look forward to hanging out with you and coming to the events. See where Coastal Sun is going to be. Come kick it with you guys. And no, Tiffany's going to be out there too, so we get to meet. So I can't wait for that as well. And we're gonna
yeah,
I'll have to get with you so we can organize the trip up to the farms too as well.
yeah. Give me a call,
Okay.
and we'll line it up. They're there. I know they've got as long as I think they had a couple things going on in July or June, July, but they're usually there. Well, yeah, they're there most all the time. So just need to
Well,
pick a good time and we'll line it up.
Okay, I definitely will. I definitely will. I'll reach out and we'll line it up for
All
sure.
right, sounds good. Well, I
Uh,
look forward to seeing you. I know. So I'll at least see you this month later on. But
yeah,
yeah,
definitely will. I gotta come. I definitely gotta come out for sure.
well, I'm glad we got to do this. Great to
Me
see you and
too.
talk to
Thank you.
you.
Finally.
Yes, I know. My fault. My fault too.
No
It's
worries.
but so glad to connect. And like I said, I'm so glad to hear and see all the great things that's been going on for you.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you. Me as
yeah.
well. Likewise for you as well. I'm so happy. You're
Thank
smiling.
you.
You're happy. You're vibrant. That's good. Good.
I,
Good.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I got a lot to celebrate, right?
Right?
We're here.
Absolutely.
We're in this space. We're alive. We're breathing, and lot to come. So uh,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
let's finish off 2021 strong, positive.
Absolutely. Sure will. Sure will.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for being here. You have a good evening, and we'll do this again, okay?
Yeah, anytime. I love it.
Okay.
Thank you, Eva. Take care, honey.
Thanks. You too. Thanks, Scott. See you later.
All right, bye, soon.
Bye.